It's a weird time for streaming, I am aware. Uh, it is not when I normally stream, and I apologize. I have a present for you guys. If you've been paying attention on Twitter, I tweeted a screenshot out last night. It's not good. On the Rin in the Fun Club found, or led to this beautiful finding. Excuse my dad, he's here. He exists, I'm sorry. On the Rin found this, basically, I credit him because he was like, Law and Order is my favorite video game. And, guess what? It turns out, Telltale, Telltale Games made a Law and Order video game, and it's not good. In fact, it looks quite terrible. So I think we're all in for a little treat tonight. I have not played it past the title screen. Let me just ping Quark, because somebody's gonna be here to witness this shit. Also, Tin and Steelian. Okay, now I've got it. Oh, did it stop responding? I think it did. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to change the volume on this, aren't I? Because it's gonna be loud. It's always loud. So, when I lose focus, it looks like the game pauses, which is a great feature. Oh my god, this fucking MIDI version of the Law & Order theme. I love it. Fantastic. It's somehow got even worse without me even starting it up. Perfect. So it's got settings. Yeah. You can go to the Telltale Games blog, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or page, and this button opens up the browser tab. This game is available in 3 languages, and one of them is German for some reason. I don't know why, but it's there. Anyways, give people a minute to settle in, because, we have this masterpiece of a game here. It's good, right? It's gotta be good. I misspelled y'all. I'm good at this. I'm good at talking and typing. Did I send the tweet out? I don't even know. I might not have. I did. Okay. Moving on with my life then. We got Law and Order Legacies, which is so bad, in fact, that it was removed from all store platforms before Telltale went bankrupt even. Back in 2015, this game was taken off of stores. Which, sure. It's got 7 episodes for some reason. And I love all of the thumbnails, especially that one. They all look awful, and I love it. So, I think I could start with any of them, but I'm gonna start at the beginning. Now, from what I gather, this is part...
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by 2 separate yet equally important groups. The police who investigate crime, and the
I don't
district
actually
attorneys
watch
who
the original Law
prosecute
and
the
Order. Is
offenders.
this actually accurate?
These are their stories.
I mean, the subtitles are behind, so that's great. And it's auto-saving? Oh, good. I hate her face. She looks like an awful sim. Why is my phone so bright? Holy shit. Oh my god, her eyes. It somehow doesn't look any better in motion, by the way.
Welcome back to New York, Ray.
Because...
Ray Curtis from the 2-7, homicide. This is my case.
Mine too, now. Olivia Benson, SVU.
They couldn't
SVU?
even get the actors to do the voices.
The victim showed signs of sexual assault. Your lieutenant said you guys were a little short-handed and my partner is on leave. So I'm here to assist.
The
Yeah,
mouth movements don't
department
match up.
cutbacks.
I love
Everybody
it.
wants
It's
more
great.
cops. Nobody wants to pay more taxes.
And now we're down one more taxpayer.
Who is she?
Name
Making
tag
fun of
says
the dead
Rachel.
is always great.
Judging from the uniform, she was one of the housekeeping staff. Well, up until a few hours ago.
I guess someone didn't like the mint on their pillow.
From what I've seen, the dialogue in this game is fucking awful, by the way. So we get this cheesy intro with the bad intro. Order. I love their faces. They all look like garbage, and it's great. Everything is great.
Hola, soy Detectivo Ray Curtis.
Soy Teresa Restrepo.
Why is it in
Restrepo.
Spanish?
Is that Colombian?
Yes, how'd you know?
The neighbors
Okay,
across
now
the
it's
hall
not in
when I was
Spanish.
growing up. They made the best patacones. I'm hungry
The
just remembering.
subtitles
I need
only
to
like
ask you a few
half match up to
questions.
what he
You
says,
okay to talk?
and that's
Yes,
great.
believe it or not, I've seen worse.
Okay, good. I
Let's
guess I
start with
gotta
an
talk
easy
about
one.
the ID
Can
of
you
the
tell me the
victim.
victim's name?
Maybe it's hard to remember. So many girls working here. Everybody
So
always
this is
going
like
and going.
Hotel Dusk
I
meets
just learned to read
Ace
the name
Attorney,
tags like everyone
I
else.
think.
Well, could you try?
But
For
those are
me?
two good games, and
Sure, you got
shouldn't
my
be compared
size.
to this train wreck.
Let's see. It wasn't Latina. It was it was Rachel, I think.
Thanks. We got that much off of the fucking ID on the floor that said Rachel on it, so I'm gonna say yes. For every question you answer correctly, will you get a star? How many stars need to ace the interview? Okay, whatever. Reading is for dweebs. Okay, can you back it with evidence? Benson commented that the ID belonged to a girl named Rachel. The name tag said Vent. Oh god. The maid probably has a crush on Curtis and wants to impress him. The maid does not have a work visa and therefore will not lie. Because if you're here illegally, you're definitely not gonna lie. Also, I can just pull up a transcript. Great. I'm pretty sure Benson talked about the ID. Name tag. I was wrong. Alright, well, I got a star. Name tag. Detective Benson found on the body, so we know Teresa's telling the truth. You must remember evidence and testimony to help you judge truth from lies. Oh my god,
Great.
I hate
Thanks,
this already.
Teresa.
New topics will unlock as you get a witness to talk more. Great. Let's talk about the weather.
Crazy weather lately, huh?
Yeah. The kids, they just want to
I
spend
love the
all
lack
day
of
at the pool.
background music.
What's this got to do with the murder?
Nothing. Just talking.
Great.
We should get back to the
Useful.
victim.
Okay, let's talk
See
about
anyone
suspicious
suspicious
people.
hanging around lately?
Yeah, the hotel is full of them. Lots of old businessmen always staring at you. Ugh.
Okay. How about anyone especially interested in Rachel?
I hate his
No,
eyebrows.
I don't think so. She didn't
He
even
always
have a
has one
boyfriend.
cocked, no matter what. Okay, so Rachel didn't have a boyfriend. Recorded in your transcript.
How long has she worked here?
No say, she was pretty new. Started last month, maybe?
She
Great.
have any trouble with anyone?
Reminder
Trouble?
that Telltale
No,
made this
not
mess.
her. She was nice,
This
you
isn't
know,
just
quiet,
some.
polite.
This isn't your
Actually,
ordinary
no,
shovelware
never
licensed
mind.
game.
What were you gonna say?
Well,
It's
she
a
just never
Telltale
really seemed like
licensed game.
one of us, you know?
This
like,
came out the same
like
year
she had something
as
else going on.
fucking
Always watching
The Walking
everything
Dead.
and tapping on her phone. Era una adicción.
The same year that this came out, they made the Walking Dead game
You say she liked to use her phone.
that people love,
For what?
that made
You
them
think
famous.
she was earning a little extra money?
What, like John's? Are you asking did I think she was a whore, detective?
Why does
I
your
don't
cheek
think
just
so.
jet out to the
But
side? lady?
who knows? It would
I
explain
wonder if
a
I can
lot.
mess with the files in this
Anything
game
else
later.
about the phone?
She was always texting.
Always.
She also did some
I love her
weird stuff.
very
She
bad
took pictures
generic
of the
accent.
rooms and even some guests. For a while, I actually thought she might be a cop.
Where would the phone be now?
Probably nearby. She always kept it
You
close.
know.
One last thing, Teresa. It would help us if we knew the last place Rachel might have been.
I'm
Do you know
guessing
which
she
room
would have last been
cleaning?
in this hallway where we
That's
found
the
her
weird
dead.
thing.
But, you know.
Today was her day off. She shouldn't even be here.
So what was she doing all dressed up for work?
You're a detective. You figure it out, guapo.
What the fuck? Who says guapo? What does that even mean? Okay, red herrings found. I can replay the scene. Perfect. Great. Why?
Hey, Benson, what you got?
What
Seeing
context
a
would
lateral
guapo
bruise
have
across her
here?
throat, not finger marks. More like a pipe or a cane.
Guapo
No
means
sign of a
handsome
murder
in
weapon?
Spanish.
Guess where'd
Why
I
are
start
they just
looking?
throwing random
While you were busy
Spanish in
being
though?
charming, I wrote down a couple of things to keep an eye out for. Her ID, her purse, her day planner or notepad, and of course any DNA evidence from her attacker.
Please tell me I get
Might
to
be under
scan the
her
body with my
fingernails.
fucking
And her cell phone. Teresa mentioned that might be
mouse
important.
and look for things. Please tell me there's actual gameplay. Yes. It's a point and click fucking evidence game. I love it. Perfect. Cool. I gotta get the evidence. You can return to the fuck that. I wanna look. I understand how to move a mouse game. Okay. If you see something, draw a circle around it. Okay. On the Rin, technically, is why I found this game. Find the towel underneath the cart. Whoops. 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 It is delisted. I found it on Amazon. And I asked Tinensdelian to do me a favor. Find and circle the crumpled towel. Is this the towel they want me to circle? Apparently I can't draw a full circle. Motherfucker. Is this a towel? Apparently that's the towel. Oh, look. It's a cell phone. Oh my god.
Okay, good. We got our
Good.
cell phone.
We got our cell phone. What if I just select random things? Is that something I can do? This is bad, by the way. Oh, good. Can I take her name tag? No. Can I take her throat? What's under her hand?
Broken fingernail. She scratched him up
Oh,
pretty bad, I bet.
Is that what a broken
Sometimes
fingernail
you-
looks like?
Better get a swab for DNA.
Oh good, I get to swab for DNA. Or not. The game gets to do that, I guess. It's fine. Oh good. I wonder what the key item is here. Fucking certainly not this purse.
This could be Rachel's purse. It's not Coach, but not cheap either. Someone was taking care of her bills.
But yeah, On Lorin said Law and Order is his favorite video game. And then
Notebook.
I
Just a couple of
Googled Law and
notes.
Order video game and I found this nightmare. Like,
What the
there are
hell does
other
that
Law
mean?
and Order games, but they're not made by a known game company like Telltale. So it's like, yeah, I feel obligated to touch this.
Rachel Trevino.
That is a terrible
27
looking
years
driver's
old,
license.
Lives at 600 East 5th Street.
Formerly
Over
known
in East
game
Village,
company.
if I remember
Well,
right.
they're relevant at least. Your guess is 8. Bonus 2. You increased your detective rank.
She's got a couple of voicemails. Let me see.
Yep, let's just touch this phone
Yep,
without putting
sounds
it
like
in
she
an
was
evidence
meeting somebody
bag.
here. Okay, this is evidence. Let's get back to the
This is
precinct and give it
evidence,
to
he
CSU.
says,
Why not just
immediately
listen
after
to him
putting the
now?
phone up to his
I
ear
better
for a minute
follow
and
procedure on
contaminating
this
it.
one.
Such a Boy Scout.
Hey, if we solve this case, I finally get my murder merit badge.
Come on, I'll drive.
I still love that they couldn't even get the actors from the show to
Right.
fucking...
Morning, Lenny.
Like,
Please tell me we got a
you
new lead on the
exclusively
Central
do
Park
Law and
case.
Order as a Law and
If you
Order
count,
person,
nothing, nada,
but you
and
couldn't
bupkis.
get
It's
pulled
been
for the
6 weeks.
games.
The murder weapon is probably at the bottom of the hut.
Yeah, the backgrounds aren't
Tell
good.
you what, I think we're
Not much
stalled
about
out
this
here.
game is good.
I hate loose ends, Lenny.
Tell me about it. At my age, I gotta tie him up as fast as I can.
I like
Great,
that
Curtis,
low-res
as
coffee
I
pot off
live
the
and
little
breathe
fucking
back
right.
in my precinct after all these years. What happened? Finally sick of
Oh,
all
you
that
sound very
California
ethnic and your
sunshine?
mouth is
My
not
girls
moving
got
when you're
worried if I
talking, and
wasn't
that is
solving
bad.
murders, I might start committing them.
You met Detective Benson?
I did. She's good. Definitely
computers,
easier
oh
on the
my
eyes
god.
than Lenny Briscoe.
Did you see
Yeah,
that
but
computer?
she's
This was
made
made
of
in
steel.
2012, by the
Don't
way.
cross her, Ray.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Hey, I was gonna take this down to CSU. What the hell?
What's wrong?
The voicemails. They're all gone. Someone deleted
It
them
was
all.
probably you,
And
because you're
odds are
playing
it
with the
wasn't our
fucking
victim.
phone.
Looks like her carrier is Mercury Wireless. Pete Shanahan down in Fraud told me they've had some problems with security recently.
Great. Oh,
Mercury Wireless Company policy is pretty clear. I can talk to you up to a certain
Mr.
point, but
Gray.
if we
That
go
is
over,
a
I have to
fucking
involve corporate
generic name
counsel.
if I've ever seen
They've
one.
instructed me to answer your questions and give you access to any relevant data.
Understood. Thanks for your time.
Who could
Who
access?
had access to Rachel Trevino's voicemails?
According to our account record, only Ms. Trevino. There's no one else listed here. The
Great.
only other persons with authorized access are myself, our customer representative team, and a few independent technical contractors.
This man has large ears. I don't know if he's lying. No? How am I supposed to fucking know? He just doesn't seem like a liar. His previous statements have been true. Corporate counsel told Mr. Gray to be truthful. I got a star, so I guess I did. He's doing his
What about
job.
illegal access?
Yeah,
Hacking into the account? Hard to say, because that'd be
Oh.
illegal.
that would be illegal, so it's bad.
Could someone delete voicemails off a phone remotely?
yes, they
Sure,
could, I'm sure.
that's a feature we offer.
That's a feature
How would
we
they do
offer
it?
specifically.
Easy. You just need to have the account PIN number, just like your bank ATM.
That doesn't sound good. Well, she's dead, and those voicemails were there when you found her phone off of her dead body. So I'm gonna go with no. She was already dead. I mean, it wants me to pick this one, so I'm gonna pick
Does the
every
Mercury
other option.
Wireless network cover most of the city?
Absolutely. We're very proud of it. No drop calls, even in the tunnels.
I'm sort of thinking of switching over.
Oh,
Great.
Curtis, where are you going with this?
Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
I can sign you up today, and I can get you a special policeman's discount.
do they
Save some
have
money
special
for extra
policeman
donuts.
discounts?
Nice.
Oh, good, a donut joke. You found a red herring.
We're
I
going
don't
to
know
need to
why
check
it
all
has to
activity
tell
on the
me I
phone over
found
the
a red
weekend.
herring.
This
but
isn't Big Brother, despite what you might think. We do track calls, text messages, and data downloads, but not every single interaction.
Really?
so we track
Sure
you,
about
but
that?
we don't track
Well,
you.
there are other records, but those are internal and restricted. I'm not authorized to show you those.
He's not authorized to show us them, but if we get a warrant, he should. Oh, I missed that one. Oh, fuck you.
So if no one at Mercury did this, could someone have hacked into the account?
We work very hard to maintain the integrity of our system.
We're not very
So no
smart
recent
detectives.
problems with break-ins or hacking?
Our security is very good, Detective.
You didn't answer her question.
No hacking at all. None. We've never had a single security breach.
Never. No. No company never has a security breach. Who said there were reports of break-ins? I don't fucking know. I'm not keeping track of these names. Ray Curtis as I live and breathe. Benson, fucking someone else. Pete Shanahan told down in Fraud. Okay, that guy.
Detective Shanahan already informed me you've had problems with break-ins.
The eyebrow movement in this
Well,
game
we didn't
hurts.
want this to go
Oh,
public.
Quark,
but
you
yes,
don't even
we
know
are
what I
aware of
saw in some of the
issues.
screenshots for this
What
game.
happened
It's gonna get
exactly?
better, I
Attacks on the
promise.
customer data, PIN numbers being stolen, that sort of thing.
We're conducting a murder investigation, Mr.
I
Gray.
saw
We
a
need to know what happened to
screenshot
those
that you're gonna just
voicemails, and
love
we need
whatever
to know
arc
now.
of the game that is.
Sure, we can go get a warrant if that makes you feel better.
But by that time, more of your customers might end up dead, like Rachel Trevino.
Yeah, because we're gonna blame
That
this
makes for
murder
a
on the
very
cell phone
negative
company.
corporate image.
All right. There's no record of who exactly deleted the voicemails. But honestly, someone modified her account about 2
Oh,
weeks
you
ago.
couldn't mention that fucking an
Who?
hour ago.
This is embarrassing, but it was one of our own contractors. He's a bit of a hacker. He could have accessed her information. He did not have company permission to do this.
But why?
He's a strange guy, Detective. Very intense. His name is Tom Newberry. Here's his contact
I
number.
love these generic ass names.
One thing, you might not want to call from your precinct.
Oh, why not?
Tom knows how to crack caller ID. He always knows who's calling and from where.
Thanks for the tip.
Bonus stars, 1 out of 5, and I found a red herring and I increased my detective rank and I have not seen any indication of what the fuck a detective rank is. Why did they?
Weird
I
place
wish
for
I
an
knew.
interview, Curtis.
Witness requested we meet here.
Is this a parking
thinks it's
garage?
all a
I
big
literally
game.
can't tell.
I get the impression he's young. His mom answered the phone when I first called.
This
Speaking of
background is
games,
so
good
fucking
cop
bad.
or bad cop?
Bad cop, definitely.
Suits me.
Oh my god, the microphone cracked.
Call me Anonymous.
We
Oh,
already
I
have
already
your
hate
name
this
and
fucker.
phone number, dumbass.
Oh god, no. Yeah.
We talked to some
Yeah.
people at Mercury Telstar. You have a reputation there. People said you're good. Too good, maybe.
We thought you might have done something illegal.
Oh my god, the
but they said their
mic.
security is way too tough for you to crack.
Please, I wrote their security. The firewalls, the protocol encryption, it's all me, detective.
So, you could crack a voicemail account?
Stupid easy.
What about deleting voicemails?
What is audio mixing,
In my
guys?
sleep, detective.
And what did Mercury Telstar think of that?
New topics have been revealed.
So, Tom, how many
What the fuck is
FTPs
an
do
FTP?
you have?
Where'd you learn that word? You're using that word wrong.
FTPs. Do you have them?
Someone taught you a computer word and you're using it wrong. Just stop.
Great. Good dialogue line.
Where were you
I
on
didn't
Saturday
know if
night?
it meant file transfer
Everywhere.
protocol in the same
Tom, we can go
setting.
downtown right now if that's how you want to play it.
Sorry, I was online on a raid.
Anyone corroborate this?
About 20 warriors in my
Oh
guild.
good, he plays
Let me
fucking
rephrase.
MMOs.
Did anyone real see you?
Yeah, my mom. I live with her. She was there the whole time.
What guild needs 20 warriors? What if that's not an alibi?
Did you know Rachel Trevino?
She mentioned your name on her blog.
She did? Oh my god, really? What'd she say about me? Does she like me? Does she want to meet?
You sure you didn't know her? Or want to know her? I mean, you're smart, Tom. All you had to do was hack in, learn her secrets, get close.
No, it's not like that.
But she still wouldn't have you. It drove you crazy.
I hate this
And
kid
then
too. I hate this game.
things just got out of control. It's not your fault. Am I right?
Wait, what's not my fault? What are you talking about? Look, you
Somebody-
gotta believe me. I didn't know this girl. I don't know any girls.
Any girls at all. Wow, I'm fucking bad. Guys.
So, why would a nice guy like you want to delete voicemails?
What's a
Maybe I did. Maybe
I don't know,
I
guys.
didn't.
Curtis, can I
I
tase
might
this
fail
guy?
this. We might have to
Tom,
reseal.
I think you're starting to irritate my partner.
You like games, Tom? Let's play a game. It's called Detective Benson Likes You for a Murder. I throw you in jail, and you try to survive as long as you can against the drug addicts and the gang
God
members
damn,
who live
that's
there.
harsh.
You can post the results on your blog.
I can picture the Facebook update now.
I just... okay. There was another reason.
New topics have been revealed.
Why would your old company accuse you of hacking?
Mercury Telstar hates me. They'll accuse me of anything. I'm a rogue anarchist activist.
Oh god.
Those accounts are my playground.
I hate
And
him.
you hacked Rachel Trevino's.
I don't know. No. No. Why are you asking?
Your old company seems to think you did, and you apparently possess the skills.
No, I don't. Look, for instance, I couldn't have gotten through their firewall. All right, no way. The protocol encryption alone is just way beyond my skill.
Do you believe him? No. Tom stated he wrote the fucking... said he was an anarchist. They do not commit crimes, guys. Anarchists don't commit crimes. I think he wrote the fucking security system.
You're lying, twerp.
Twerp.
Totally not
Great.
lying, detective.
Remember how you were bragging on how you wrote the security?
Oh. Right.
That gives you means. Now we just need motive and opportunity.
It's almost as if anybody who
Hey,
has
wait a
actual
second.
anything to
You
do with
didn't
Law and Order
Mirandize
had
me.
nothing to do
I
with this
know my
game. Also, why
rights.
is Miranda is
Tom,
capitalized?
this is just an interview, not an arrest. So sorry. Miranda doesn't apply.
Anarchy?
Would it surprise you to learn that the internet was developed by the Department of Defense? Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a weapon is what it is. But weapons are harmless when dismantled. My mission is to take the internet and explode it into a million pieces.
But then what will you do on Saturday nights?
Well, there's always Dungeons and
Oh
Dragons.
no.
Let's get back to Rachel
Bork,
Trevino.
we can't play D&D anymore.
What is this another reason?
Well, I was paid to access the account, of course.
By who?
I don't want to say.
You better say. Or do we need to call your mom and tell her you're running a hacking ring out of her
I'm gonna
basement?
tell your mom
Oh,
on you, Tom.
Jesus, no. Look, don't get her involved. That woman has enough problems. These people are powerful.
Names.
Are they
We
your
need
fucking
names.
guild masters?
I don't know their names.
But you know they're powerful?
Oh god.
How does that work?
Dude.
We only did business over the phone. They had their caller ID blocked, so I never knew their names.
No, I don't believe him, because they said he could dismantle fucking caller ID and shit. I like this one. Tom is a Weasley little nerd who lies about everything. I really want to pick it, but I don't want to fail this and have to go through Tom all over again. I mean, it is
You're a
also
terrible
true.
liar, Tom.
Your old boss told us you know how to crack caller ID codes. You know those names, and you're gonna tell us one way or another.
Oh.
He's like a
You know
lazy
what?
eye, and I don't
Playtime
like it.
is over. You better
'Cause
start
I don't
coughing
think
up
it's
solid
intentional.
answers, or I'm throwing you in Rikers, and your mom will have to spend her last cent to post your bail.
Okay. But listen, I only hacked the accounts to sell the voicemail
That's
passwords.
that's not it.
Passwords? Plural?
Yeah, I did a lot of them. Celebrities,
That's
politicians,
not
you
a
name it.
defense.
Then I sold the passwords to this lady named Gwendolyn Scott.
Gwendolyn
She's like a PR
Scott.
flag.
Oh man.
Did she ask you to mess with Rachel's account?
Yeah, I figured it was corporate espionage or something. You know, what do I care? Let the capitalist pigs brawl in the mud. Who's it gonna hurt?
You can't arrest
Rachel
me.
Trevino.
Have a great night, Deep Throat.
Oh no, I didn't win. Do I replay the scene? Try again for a better score. My detective level suffered. Do you guys want more Tom is the question. I feel like I need to. You can right-click to skip dialogue. Oh
He
good.
thinks
I get to you.
This is even more horrifying. I can't skip him slowly walking up to me. Like a fucking villain.
We talked some,
we thought you might have done.
Oh god, the voice
So-
crack.
and
You'd think Telltale would at least have better audio mixing.
So, you like games?
You like games? Because we're gonna throw you in the fucking prison.
where were you on?
Everywhere.
Sorry.
Let
Yes. It's an alibi, okay? Mother would never lie to protect her son. Benson stated she... Tom doesn't seem like the type who gets out much. I don't fucking know. Hey, Curtis... I don't know if the phone guy fucking... Did he tell us about this? Did we ever allude to knowing this fucker? I don't think so. Yeah, who? Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I talked to your mom on the phone already. She know you're out this late?
Hilarious.
Did you know...
She mentioned.
She did?
You sure you didn't know her? Or want?
No.
But she still would.
Wait, what's not my fault?
I don't know any girls. I don't remember if this was a yes or no, guys. I think this is a no. Apparently fucking not.
So,
I'm not
I've
redoing
seen
this
Someone
again. Don't use that word. Red herrings.
Why would your
retail store?
No.
Fucker selling passwords. He wrote the security system.
Total.
Anarchy is my favorite fucking
what is
topic.
this?
What?
But...
You better.
Would it surprise? But
Bless Telltale skipping.
I don't know that.
Wait.
I still love the fucking he lies about
You're a
everything
terrible-
line.
Your old
Oh.
You know...
pass.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, we did it. Our detective rank went up, guys. We're good.
We're going to start by what we call defining your moment.
Gwendolyn Scott?
Yes.
I'm Detective Ray Curtis.
What is up
This
with your hair,
Detective
lady?
Benson. We need to talk to you for a minute.
So sorry, I'm busy.
It's important.
My client is important. You can call my office.
You know, a guy named Tom Newberry just gave me this girl's number, PR flack. She likes to buy voicemail passwords and blackmail her clients. Maybe I'll call her instead.
Five minutes.
Perfect.
Was that fun, detective?
Sometimes I like to play rough.
Well, so do I. But a little charm can go a long way.
Be charming or be forceful. I don't know. I'm gonna be forceful.
Okay. You're gonna tell me how you deleted Rachel Trevino's voicemails.
Whoa, down boy. What voicemails?
If you don't
Who the
tell
fuck
me
says
now,
down
we're gonna
boy?
take you downtown.
Fine. And I'll call my lawyer and we can just sit there and stare at each other like a bad first date. Because I don't know what you're talking about and I don't like your attitude.
Great.
Sorry, I promise this will only take a moment of your time. You're a busy girl.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
And I promise I won't make up extra questions as an excuse to talk to you longer.
All right, Romeo, settle down. Ask away.
God, I hate this game.
Does the name Rachel Trevino mean anything to you?
No, should it?
She was murdered last night. We found her body at the Parkview Regency.
Oh, poor girl. As if life isn't tough enough for housekeeping.
Is there something wrong with what she just said? I mean, I feel like yes, there is something wrong with what this woman just said. How does she know Rachel is housekeeping?
I
That
didn't
makes
say
sense,
anything
right?
about her being with housekeeping.
I must have read it in the paper.
Nothing's been released to the papers yet.
She
It
literally
must have
just
been
died an
gossip.
hour ago.
You know how these things get around, detective.
Tom Newberry already told us you knew her.
Oh, that Rachel. Of course. My mistake. I can be such an airhead.
What kind of business do you do, Miss Scott?
The PR biz is a very careful, very delicate balance between what you know, what you say, and who you say it to. There was this one guy. Used to be
This girl's the
major
best actor in
A-list,
the
now
whole
he's
game.
major A-hole. Anyway, he crashed his car outside Savannah, stinking drunk and out of his mind on PCP. I mean, who does PCP anymore?
Fantastic.
He gets out, strips all his clothes off, and flags down a car full of college students. Well, by the time they got to Daytona Beach, they had 2 hours of him ranting about Canadians on their cell phone cameras. I had to pay them each $10,000 for the phones and footage. 40 grand. And on top of that, I had to pay out for damage to the car seats due to excessive sweating.
Gross.
Enchanting story, Miss Scott.
Yeah, I was gonna say that didn't
Do you
lead
know
anywhere.
Tom Newberry?
No.
No, she's not being honest because the kids sold them. Gwendolyn Scott doesn't want to go to jail. I mean, nobody wants to go to jail, bitch. No, this fucker did say, where's the dumb boy? Paid him for the passwords. Yeah,
He says he knows you. That's how we got your name.
A lot of people know me.
Do a lot of people call you?
Not the right people.
Wow, you're a flirtatious bitch.
So if I look up your phone records and Tom Newberry called you, and you talked to him more than once, now, would I be crazy to think you're lying to me?
I'd say you were just jealous.
No, I don't feel like she's cooperating, but I don't know how that can have a correct... People in PR can never be trusted. She's yet to think it. All of these are true.
I'm not the jealous type, Miss Scott, and I don't like playing games. You knew him.
Fine. Yes, we did business. I paid him for insider information.
You paid Tom for what, exactly?
Passwords. I paid Tom for access to voicemail accounts.
So you could delete Rachel Trevino's voicemails?
Look, I really shouldn't say.
Did you want to keep her quiet? Miss Scott, were you involved in her
That's
murder?
very straightforward of you, you
No,
motherfucker.
I did delete Rachel's voicemails, yes, but I did it for someone else. On someone else's orders. Understand?
Do you believe her? Yeah. Paid for access to the account. Her statement must be true because it makes her look guilty. Attracted to Curtis and is trying to impress him. I mean...
All right, I'm listening. Why don't you tell me a little more? Was someone else involved? Who asked you to delete the voicemails?
A client. I really can't tell you.
I'm gonna find out anyway. I'm actually pretty good at this detective thing.
Well, crap. I guess it's all over for me anyway. Here's the
Imagine
deal.
if everybody
I gave
just
Rachel's
gave up that
password
easy,
and
guys.
voicemails to my usual buyer, Alexander Baran.
Alexander Baran, as in CEO of Wider Media? The Russian guy who owns like half the television stations in America?
The very
Oh, good,
same.
we're gonna deal with the
Baran
Russians.
bought Rachel's voicemail access for me a few weeks ago, and then told me to delete them all.
I feel like dealing with the fucking... Oh god, I don't even know. I don't know what Wider Media is, but does Wider Media own Mercury Telstar? I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention to the fucking names on the notebook back in the beginning of the game. The scroll wheel doesn't work for this, by the way. Lateral bruise, ID, purse, notepad, DNA swab. Wider Media was a note in her notebook. Cool.
Wider Media. Rachel wrote that in her day planner. It didn't click until now. Miss Scott, why was Alexander Baran interested in Rachel Trevino? She's a maid. He's a Russian billionaire. I don't get it.
Rachel Trevino was not a hotel maid. She was an activist, a blogger, and she had uncovered some dirty, dirty secrets about Alexander Baran. He's a very bad boy detective.
What did she find out?
Baran has a problem keeping it in his pants, especially when it comes to housekeeping staff. We've had to cover up a few unsavory encounters.
I forgot
Rachel
Benson
tried to
was
set up
here.
a sting going undercover at the hotel, and
They
I
haven't
honestly
shown her
don't
this
know what
entire
happened after
fucking
that,
sequence.
but I think she got in over her head.
Did Baran kill her?
And this is where my lawyer would advise me to keep my mouth shut.
Come on, Gwen.
Oh, now it's Gwen. I like that. Okay, look, all I'm gonna say is the Parkview Regency Hotel has a front desk, right? Ask them who stayed there on Saturday.
Perfect. Good, useful information. So I fucking aced that one. Oh god, the fucking background.
That was Cormac at the precinct. Alexander Baran was a guest at Parkview Regency the night Rachel
I
was
love this
killed.
poorly
He
modeled
checked out
car,
earlier
too.
today, and he's on his way to MacArthur Airport. He's got a private jet.
The background
and
looks
an
like it was
appointment
made in the
London.
fucking windows.
Well, he's gonna be late.
It's the lack of music, the lack of transitions. Oh my
Mr.
god,
Baran,
the fucking
Mr.
plane.
Baran, Detective Curtis, NYPD. We need to talk to you about the murder of a hotel maid over the weekend.
God, is that the fucking Space Needle behind us?
I'm leaving for London.
Look like about an inch and a half to you, Ray?
Sure does.
Mr. Alexander Baran, you are under arrest for the murder of Rachel Trevino. You have the right to remain silent.
We just arrested this man. This man looks awful,
I
by
don't
the
know
way.
why we're wasting time here. I'm a Russian. I have diplomatic immunity.
We did a little research on you, Mr. Braun. Rachel's blog was a very
Yeah,
interesting read.
yeah.
Maids, waitresses, executives at your own company? Is there any woman you wouldn't hit on? Your mom?
Miss Benson, I am a handsome, virile man. I radiate power. Women are attracted to it despite themselves.
I love this
Here's a
terrible
clue.
Russian
When
accent.
a woman is attracted to you, she does not slap you with a sexual harassment lawsuit. You've had 12.
Oh,
I'm a flirt. I
God.
get slapped with all sorts of things.
Why are you winking at me, you creeper? This guy made you throw up.
Women, they love power. They love machismo. But most of them, when they get their hands on a stallion, all they do is complain about the ride. Am I right?
Yeah.
And these bloggers, they're all feminists, right? Always
What angle are
complaining
you
about
playing,
guys,
Curtis?
especially macho guys. Guys like you.
Sorry. My lawyers have advised me not to take bait so easily offered by a policeman.
Worth a shot.
You don't admit that you were trying to bait the fucker.
You had access to Rachel's voicemails, and you destroyed them to cover up your connection.
Not true. I never touched the voicemails.
No. Apparently that was
Rachel
a wrong
knew
statement.
all about you. She was gathering evidence about you, about unreported assaults.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I never even heard these voicemails you're so very concerned about.
I love his painted on mustache.
Did you know Rachel Trevino?
No.
We have DNA evidence that says you did.
What kind of evidence?
A rape kit.
I think this background is the best
You
rendered
don't know what
background in
you're
the entire
talking
game so
about.
far.
It was completely consensual.
So you do know her.
You cops think you have it all figured out. Guess what? We were lovers.
Oh. I think he's lying. No boyfriends. I think it was the maid, right?
I'm not buying it. Sorry, Charlie. An earlier witness already told us Rachel didn't have a boyfriend. And you lied about knowing her just now.
His name is
That's
Alexander,
2 strikes.
not Charlie.
A jury might see it different. When I left the room, that girl was alive.
So you admit to being in the room, you fucker.
You've had 12 lawsuits?
Yes, what of it? They were all resolved.
I'm just impressed. I mean, you gotta be some kind of gentleman to cause that much noise.
I appreciate your sarcasm, but I'm not allowed to discuss the details of my settlements.
Great.
You know, killing the witness to a crime gets you an automatic upgrade to Murder 1.
What crimes? What witness?
Rachel had evidence on you, Braun. She knew what you were up to.
She wasn't a witness to anything. Those voicemails were about an expose, a plan to blackmail me.
You're lying, and we can prove it.
Couldn't know what he was... Unless you... Yes.
You just told us you never heard those voicemails, so there's no way you could know what they were about. You heard them, and you know it. You're looking better and better for this
I can't
murder
look
with
directly
every
at the
lie that comes out of
mouths.
your
Like, I have to
filthy
look at the
mouth.
subtitles, because the mouths just unsettle me so much.
You didn't come forward when you heard about the murder.
I had no reason to. A maid is killed. How is this my business?
She was your girlfriend.
Ah, but you say she is not detective.
Seems
He
like
sounds
you were
more
trying
French
to
than
avoid this
Russian.
investigation.
No, I had every intention of cooperation. In fact, when you found me, I was on my way to see my lawyer.
Uh-huh. In your jet.
He's on vacation in Florida.
I'm sorry, Quark. What evidence do I have? I don't fucking know. Has he mentioned his lawyer? He's leaving for London, he said.
You said you were headed to London. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump to Moscow from there, and then you'd be out of our reach.
Your knowledge
think
of
he'd be out of your
geography
reach when he
is
hits
so
London, too.
American.
So let's say, maybe this girl, Rachel, maybe she liked it a little rough, and you obliged. Consenting adults, right?
Sure, completely consenting.
And the cane could have been involved.
Could have been.
Great. I'm glad
You
the cane
mentioned
is a
blackmail.
topic.
Are you being blackmailed?
Why, yes. Why aren't you investigating the criminals behind this whole operation?
Who?
I'm very certain it's the Russian mob. I won't share my money with them, which they did not earn. So they want me embarrassed and disgraced. I wouldn't cough up a ruble for those thugs.
That's enough from you. Let's get back to the murder.
Tell me how the cane fits into this scenario. Was it an accident?
I'm sure it must have been.
Did she ask you to use it?
Yes, she asked me to do it. It was her idea. She liked that kind of thing, I guess. Like I said, it was all consensual. This girl was kinky. She saw my cane. She wanted to try it. She was an adult.
So you admit it?
No. No.
I don't know what evidence I have against him, but I'm sure I have some form of evidence. The cane he was carrying in that, the sudden flight to London, the cane he was carrying in the hotel registry for the weekend, the DNA evidence. I think the DNA evidence would connect him directly, don't we? Yeah.
The bruise mark on Rachel's neck matches your cane. You
Why are you
just
talking
said
so
she
fast
asked you to
suddenly?
choke her out.
No, I'm not admitting anything to you.
You already
people.
did, you moron.
Come on, Baran. An innocent girl is dead. You want to be macho? You want to be a man? Why don't you tell the truth for once?
You better wipe that smug smile off your face before you get to Rikers.
Miss Benson, I'm innocent of this offensive charge. My lawyers will have this all thrown out, and my country will protect me.
I don't think the
Really?
country's gonna protect
We
you.
can place you at the murder scene. We can connect you to the victim and her voicemails. And your cane is a match for the murder weapon.
Now
We
might
never
be a
actually
good time to
tested the
panic.
cane as a murder weapon because we literally just got the cane.
That's
but
a
it's
hell of a
fine.
lot of evidence to throw out.
That's why I have a hell of a lot of lawyers. Don't worry, I'll be out in a few days. Then maybe I'll call you, baby.
Oh, you're
Gosh,
asleep.
you are just not my type. Come on, Ray. Let's go get a bite. Mr. Baran can stew in his
My mom's
own
watching
ick
Jeopardy,
for
I'm
a
sorry.
while.
Straighten out your stiff unmoving tie. Yeah. How long is episode 1?
The district attorney's office takes a dim view of rape and murder in our city, Mr. Baran. Your defense contends you have diplomatic immunity, but the Russian consulate says you only have limited immunity.
My status protects me from prosecution of any crime committed in the course of my diplomatic mission. I met Miss Trevino in the capacity of a Russian media expert as a diplomat.
Did you meet Rachel Trevino at the Parkview Regency?
Oh God,
She said she worked there, so we agreed to
Am I
meet.
the attorney now?
And instead you slept with her.
Yes, women are attracted to me, Miss Carmichael.
Not all of them.
Objection!
Shut down.
Withdrawn.
Why would you object to that?
So your immunity status is based on your acting as a diplomatic agent. But this is the first we've heard that you were meeting Rachel Trevino in that capacity.
If you close your
She
eyes,
wanted
it's
to
almost like
compare
we're playing
Russian
Ace
business
Attorney.
philosophy to
A good
American.
game.
She mentioned that aspect specifically to me.
Are you sure she didn't have something else in mind? Was Rachel investigating other aspects of your business, Mr. Baran?
No.
I don't think he's being truthful. Tell me it's that Rachel took fucking wire fraud, contain evidence of other assaults. I don't know which of these. Oh, I was wrong.
Our detectives investigated Rachel's blog. She was gathering evidence that you were a sexual predator.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my God! That was for my daughter, you bastard!
Bailiff, restrain that man.
Order!
Order!
Someone grab him!
I just
my baby!
knew.
My baby, you murderer!
What the fuck just happened?
Judgment Day. Hero dad gets revenge. Taking care of business.
Carmichael's
Father does what court
traumatized.
cannot.
Well, yeah,
American
wouldn't you be if
justice.
you had some
Headlines
fucker's
go
blood
on.
all over you?
The people
Kellen,
love
I
this
don't
guy.
know.
Chavez Trevino. He killed the smug bastard who killed his daughter. Of course they love him.
How the hell did he get a gun into the courtroom?
This is gonna get messy quick. I say we charge him with voluntary manslaughter and let it go.
Abby?
I'm still a little broken from that.
You know what keeps me up at night? What if his aim was off? Just slightly. I wouldn't even be here to answer your
Is
question,
that why you're
Jack.
traumatized? Not because
You're
there was a
right.
man
I'm
fucking
not setting a precedent
shot
for
in front
street
of you?
justice in our courtrooms, despite what the people think they want. Prove it was premeditated. Hit him with murder 1.
You got it, boss.
You got it, boss. I'll pin that man for murder 1.
How does your client plead, Ms. Mullins?
Not guilty. Be advised, we're going to mount a diminished capacity defense. The defendant is a Gulf War vet who suffers from chronic post-traumatic stress disorder. We will show that Mr. Trevino was under extreme emotional
blood
distress
spurged
at the time of
everywhere
the
on
shooting
you.
and is therefore not eligible for murder 1.
Any issues, counselor?
None,
That
Your
scene
Honor.
alone, I think,
Defense has
made this
briefed us
game
already.
worth the purchase.
This doesn't change anything. We're moving ahead with murder 1. Focus on the premeditation.
Your first witness is Detective Benson. As an eyewitness, she will testify to the facts of the shooting and give an unbiased picture of the killing. To help your case, focus on the pertinent details of the shooting and not public outcry. Great.
Can you tell us definitively who shot Alexander Baran?
Without a doubt, the defendant, Chavez Trevino, shot him. I looked to see Mr. Trevino standing up with a smoking gun in his hand. Literally.
And can you identify him for the court?
Kill me.
Sitting right there. That's your shooter.
Sure. I'm not a fucking lawyer. Oh god, why do I have a bar up there? Scales of justice to see whether the jury is siding with you or the defense. Perform well in court and the scales will tip in your favor. It's time to tip the scales, guys. Eyewitness participated in the capture of Baran. That has nothing to do with anything. I like that they just photoshopped the scales
Please let
here.
the record show the detective pointed at the defendant.
Great.
After the shooting, Mr. Trevino made a voluntary statement to you about why he shot Mr. Baran. True?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said Mr. Baran had to die. He said Mr. Baran was going to claim immunity, escape prosecution, and run back to Russia.
Great.
Detective, does it bother you that people think the defendant is a hero?
I guess so. But it's not my job to worry about what people think. I follow the evidence.
But imagine a world where people could just walk into a court and start shooting. Would it be safe?
I don't have to imagine. It happened. And no, it was not safe.
Objection! Relevance?
Sustained. Mr. Cutter, you're meandering.
Try to stick to hard evidence and testimony when choosing a topic. Apparently that's minus points.
Detective, how exactly did Mr. Trevino get a gun into the courtroom? Aren't there security measures?
We're still investigating
This
how
entire
he breached
game,
security. But
it
he claims he stuffed it
incentivizes
into
you
his
to
jacket
fucking
and
click
simply walked
everything,
through.
and now
How
it's telling you
difficult
red
would it have
herrings
been
are
to get
bad.
past security?
I love it.
Mr. Trevino had to avoid metal detectors and checkpoints covering every entrance.
What would it take to get past all that security, Miss Benson?
Forethought, planning, and intelligence. Mr. Trevino had to keep his cool and his wits about him at all times.
No. That's gonna hurt them. Trevino was not under extreme emotional distress. Mistrial. I don't think it's the last one.
Actions inconsistent with someone under emotional distress.
In my view, yes.
Cool.
What else did he say?
He said the courts were weak, powerless. He said the only justice he wanted was a death sentence.
So, his motive was less about avenging his daughter's murder and more about exacting the type of justice he wanted to see.
Sure.
Objection.
Withdrawn.
Good job. Occasionally, a well-aimed jab at the defendant can score points with the jury, even though you have to withdraw it. It's strike from
Is
the
there
record,
any doubt
but
as
you
to
know.
the circumstances of the shooting, Detective?
None. Mr. Trevino shot the defendant in front of witnesses and admitted to the murder afterward. I wish every case was as simple.
Thank you, Detective. Your Honor, the people rest. No further questions for this witness.
Great. Did I do it? Oh, I won. I am ahead by plus 40. You know, it's there. This is a long episode, yo. Christina Mullins is the defense attorney you are facing today. Your job is to object when she gets out of line. So am I playing the judge now? Are we really supposed to believe this lie? This is argumentative. She will also insult your witness by calling him a lowlife or a criminal. This is badgering. Remember, badgering is a straight insult. Argumentative is when Mullins casts doubt on the testimony disguised as a question.
Detective
I'm gonna
Benson,
fail this
you
terribly.
testified that you saw the defendant, Chavez Trevino,
Where's the
shoot
objection
the victim.
button?
No, I testified that I turned around and saw Mr. Trevino with a smoking gun in his hand, about a second after I heard the shots.
Why do I get to play the judge?
So you didn't actually see him do the shooting? Are we supposed to believe you're a relevant eyewitness?
Would you like to object? I want to say that badgering.
Objection.
I think it's badgering.
Badgering.
Objection overruled.
Uh-oh.
Immediately after the shooting, what did Mr. Trevino look like?
I don't follow you.
Was he composed? Calm?
He was in possession of himself.
Wasn't
What
he
does that
yelling
even
out,
mean?
"My baby, you murdered her"?
He said that, yes.
He was out of his mind with grief. He was coming apart at the seams, and you didn't see it?
I love the
Really?
background
I don't
fucking
believe you.
JPEG of
He was-
people.
Upset.
Is your heart so
Oh.
cold, Detective? Are you such a robot that you can't see another human in distress?
Objection. Badgering.
Sustained. Ms. Mullins, enough with the rhetoric.
Let's try this one more time.
If I say
Was
badgering
my
every
client,
time, I think I
Chavez
can
Trevino,
win.
visibly shaken and distressed following the shooting?
Yes.
Did he appear rational, calm?
No.
Was his behavior at that moment consistent with a person in severe emotional distress?
I think this is the only person who hasn't peeked
So
the fucking
despite any
microphone yet.
forethought or planning he might have shown previously, the defendant was clearly in distress when he fired his weapon. True? True?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all for this witness,
Badgering.
Your Honor.
You lost 15 points. You were ahead by 25. Great.
I just got a message from Cormac. You know the gun we took off Chav Trevino?
Yeah?
It's a ballistics match to the one used in the preppy joggers murder.
The
The
joggers?
preppy
The
joggers
two
murder.
kids who got killed in the park? That was in the 90s.
It was 1998. Me and Lenny Briscoe caught the case, but we ran out of leads and were never able to close it.
So it's
We got
setting us
pulled
onto
off,
another
actually.
murder.
Burned the old man's ass pretty good.
Oh, tough break. But, well, then, how did Trevino get it?
Yeah, good question, Detective. This case has been on my mind since I got
No,
back,
I don't think
and
this
falls in
is.
my lap. I feel like I owe it to Lenny.
An actual Law and Order episode
Right.
is fucking
Anyway, I
way
can help
better.
out.
And also,
Thanks.
I think this case. Oh, you're talking about the other case. I mean, maybe. I don't think it is. I've never seen it, and I don't watch the actual Law and Order though. I only watch SVU, so it could be. Hearsay is a valid objection when a witness quotes someone who is not in court. No expert knowledge is when a witness testifies with no expertise to back it up. Google the preppy joggers murder, keeping it weird. See if you can find it. Draw your opinion.
Mickey,
I
in
didn't
the
read a
weeks
single
after
word of
your
that.
sister's murder, how did your dad act?
Crazy. My dad has PTSD again. It all came back. He
I
needs
don't think
different
PTSD
treatment.
ever goes away fully.
Tell us the
Oh.
behavior you observed.
He couldn't control his temper. He would like yell when the phone rang or like if a dog was barking 2 miles away. I didn't know what to do.
2 miles away,
When Rachel
huh?
was killed, I expected him to be really sad or depressed, but not, not angry.
And this behavior, had you ever seen it before?
No, but my sister did.
Objection. Hearsay. Regrettably, the witness's sister is deceased and can't testify to the truth of this statement.
Sustained. The jury will disregard that last
Sustained.
remark.
When?
Fucking.
After he got home from the Gulf War, 1991. Pop had his troubles with the law. A felony assault charge, some other bullshit, some other nonsense.
Why would I object to that?
Objection.
I don't even know why I'm objecting to this.
Withdrawn.
Did you think you would hurt anyone?
My uncle said he was getting dangerous.
Objection.
I could just object to everything.
Hearsay.
Sustained. If your uncle would like to testify, then by all means. However, you may not testify for him.
Do you think your father was in his right mind when he shot Alexander Baran?
No. When my sister got murdered, I tell you, it smashed something deep inside my dad. And the idea that this fat Russian bastard could walk away scot-free because of some technicality?
Objection. This
My
man
dad
is
did
angry.
the world a favor.
Thank you, Mickey. No further questions.
Jury likes your case. How long do I have to do this? Your turn with Mickey Trevino. See if you can make him admit what he knew his father had a plan to kill Alexander Baran or tried to obtain a weapon. Oh boy.
Did your father try to buy a gun a week before the attack?
Yeah, I guess.
Did you try to help sign for it?
Yeah, so what?
Your father was convicted of felony assault in 1992. He's not allowed to have a gun. Did you know about his conviction?
Nah, I didn't know nothing about that. Man's got a right to defend himself.
Actually, when he's a convicted felon, he doesn't.
Who are you? How did he get gun? It would have killed you to put that A there, huh?
How do you and your father feel about Alexander Baran?
How do we feel? Are you freaking serious?
Easy, Mr. Trevino.
Sorry, Judge. We hate the man. Alexander Baran is the guy who killed my little sister. My pop said he didn't care what happened to him. He said he would gladly kill Baran so we could go to hell and kill him again. He's a fat cat with an army of lawyers ready to help him weasel out of everything he does. You know this guy. Every day you read about him. Oh, he loves to do the crime, but he does not do the time. Nope, not these boys.
Threatened Baran. Did he get the gun? Memories of Rachel. I think that's non-fucking conclusive.
Where did he get the gun he used in court?
I told the cops already. I don't know where he got the gun.
Didn't you say you were gonna sign
sure
for the
you didn't
gun?
help him?
I've never seen it before. I didn't even know he had one.
You sure you didn't help him get it? You are under oath, Mr. Trevino.
I did not help him. Pop smuggled it in under his jacket. I don't know how he made it past security, but he did.
Apparently, I can't prove he's lying.
Did you ever hear your father threaten to kill Baran?
I fucking love this game, guys.
Kill? No.
What? I have no
Why
proof
didn't
that
you
he
get
wanted
help
to
for
kill
your dad?
this man.
He seemed rational.
So he was in control? Enough so that you weren't worried?
Yeah, I wasn't worried.
Imagine if I have to redo
So
the
where's the
entire court
PTSD?
sequence because I failed.
guess I didn't see it then.
So maybe he didn't have it.
That's not what I meant. He did.
So why didn't you get him help? Either you saw he was out of control and you did nothing, or you saw nothing.
Hey, there was no way to know what my dad was gonna do. He was crazy. How could I possibly have known it would come
Was
to
that
this?
on me then? Yes. He said he knew his father tried to. Yes.
He already had
Callan's
a felony
keeping better
assault
track
in
of
his
the
past.
evidence
he
than
tried
me.
to illegally buy a gun, and he told you he wanted Baran dead. If that was my old man, I'd have been a little worried. You want us to believe your dad just snapped. You say he hated
I'm
Alexander
too busy
Baran,
trying not
knew in his heart Baran was guilty. He tried
I
to
wanted
buy
to
a
kill
gun,
the
but
guy.
couldn't.
How could I have
So he
killed
found
the
one
guy?
some other way. Then he smuggled it through security, stayed cool until he had a fair shot, and fired an
I just
accurate
didn't
pattern
know if he
right
was
into his
telling the
intended
truth
victim.
about
Now,
staying
Nikki,
in.
does that really sound like someone who just suddenly
Yeah,
snapped?
I'm too busy
Objection.
laughing.
Withdrawn.
I
None
didn't
of
get to
this
withdraw
would've
that
happened
objection.
if people acted right. Rachel writes a nasty blog, and this guy Baran kills her. My dad's going out of his mind, and his doctor goes on frickin' vacation. Vacation, can you imagine? It ain't right. Everybody fails us, and we gotta suffer for it.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
$20 well spent. You are ahead by 30. When does it end? This is only one episode. The defense is going to introduce some new tricks, so it's time to brush up on your objections and learn a new one. You remember hearsay is the witness is repeating something third hand. No, yeah. Speculation is when a witness speculates about what might have happened.
Mr. Trevino, why did you shoot Alexander Baran?
He murdered my daughter. He was gonna go free. He was going to walk.
Objection.
Objection.
Speculation.
The witness can't know whether Mr. Baran was guilty or whether he would have gone free because he stopped the trial dead.
Sustained.
Can you tell us about Alexander Baran's diplomatic immunity?
I'm not a lawyer, but I know what that means. He just gets to skate. The law says he can run off to Russia.
Objection.
Objection.
No expert
Witness
knowledge.
stated he wasn't a lawyer. The diplomatic immunity rules are actually very complex, Your Honor. Alexander
Is
Baran's
this the
status
bar?
was
Is
still
this what I
under
have to
review
pass to become
even
a
at the
lawyer
time
and
of
play
the
this
trial.
game?
Sustained.
Mr. Trevino, can you take us back to
I'm either getting really
1991
good at
and
this,
your
or
experience after
I'm
the Gulf War?
fucking
Yeah,
melding
I
with the
was a
game's
ranger
mechanics
in
too
Iraq.
much. I'm
I,
not sure
I
which.
saw a lot of stuff. When I got back home, I had some trouble settling in.
What kind of trouble?
I was never a violent guy before, but suddenly anything could set me off. I fought all the time. I couldn't sleep. My wife divorced me. I wanted to die.
Objection.
Objection.
I don't know if this.
Objection withdrawn.
And what did the Army say?
The doctors said I had PTSD. They said it interfered with my ability to regulate my emotions. So I joined a
points for
therapy group.
objecting.
I took meds for a
And
while
looking
for the
like a
depression.
dumbass.
Got myself back together.
What might have happened if you hadn't had therapy?
I don't
Objection.
know. Maybe gone crazy, maybe hurt somebody. I might have snapped, like I did that day in court.
Objection.
Objection.
Speculation.
Cause for speculation. Defense is asking the witness to relate an imaginary scenario.
Sustained. Let's focus on reality, Miss Mullins.
But you got yourself back together. You lived a normal life.
I like this
So
phase
what
where I just
happened
get to hit the
recently
object
to
button.
bring it all back?
Rachel.
Your daughter was tragically murdered, and the main suspect appeared to you to have diplomatic immunity.
Objection.
Objection.
Speculation.
Speculation.
Overruled. Defense is well within its rights to use words like suspect and appears in relation to the victim.
She was my
I didn't lose
beautiful
points for
baby
that.
girl. He had no right. How could this happen in the 21st century in America? An innocent girl gets killed, the cops pin the blame on this scumbag, and still...
He might walk away.
But he
As a man,
did
as a
walk
father,
away.
I couldn't let that happen. She looked to me to protect her. All her life, I was a daddy,
He's
right?
admitting to
And I
killing the
failed.
guy, right?
And you failed. You didn't protect her when she needed it most. What use is all your legal garbage if you can't put a killer behind bars? So, as a father, it was up to me to put that wrong to right.
This guy
'Cause no
sounds like
one
a
else was
bootleg
gonna.
fucking...
Now my baby
I can't
girl
think of the
can
guy's
rest with
name.
some
The
kind
guy
of
who voices
dignity.
Bender from
Thank
Futurama.
you, Mr. Trevino.